Well, we were due to play better, and last couple of games have been tough, but the team made some very good adjustments for this game, and we were able to play faster and more aggressively and move the ball better, and those things helped us very much. And so, it's an important win for us against a very, very good team.
You guys won the third, 32-18. Obviously, they were 6 of 23 from the field. I think in that period, I think they were 2 of their first 11. Obviously, just how important it is to get, in a game like this when you got 2 games you can really score to get a defensive stretch like that.
Well, I mean, the beginning of the game, the building was live. It was loud in here, and it's a great crowd. And our goal is to try to keep the crowd out of it and just make it tough. Make it tough on their 2 stars. Luka had 39, made it look easy again. Kyrie got going some, and the guy that was giving us problems was Washington, hitting the threes. And so we did a little bit better job on him in the second half. I think he had 1. And the Gafford lobs, no one likes to be dunked on, but they were 2-point shots and not threes, and we just tried to keep the pace going. So thought Tyrese had a spectacular game. His stats aren't spectacular by his standards, but his floor leadership and the way he led the team tonight was really tremendous and important. And this is a hard place to win, and they just I know that they're going through a rough stretch right now, but they are hard to play.
To dig a little bit deeper on Tyrese, I think he only took 4 shots in the first half, but the way he moved the ball, just what made him just as good as he was, and just finding the guy.
Our team was making a concerted effort to involve him more. We talked about some adjustments to get him moving around more, screening more. And the more he can touch it off movement, the better, because it's a little harder to get into defensive coverage. So there were some very, very good things. And, he got into a rhythm shooting the ball, and made the last shot, which was great. And so, this is tough. This has been a tough period of a month, going back to, coming back from injury, having minutes restrictions, having other teammates banged up. All-Star it takes a lot out of guys, and it's interesting. As you study what happened at All-Star, like LeBron James came in for like 5 hours, played the game, and got out of there. Here's the guy's been around 20 years, and the more experienced guys have learned, how taxing it can be to go through all that stuff, and so I thought Ty was put in a tough spot, kind of having to host everything, but he has a hard time saying no to the people of Indianapolis, and that's the thing you love about him. But it's just another thing that you add to the mix, and so. But that's in the rearview mirror. Tonight was a positive step, and now we got to get home as quick as we can and get ready for, a bunch of tough games coming up. Minnesota's a top team in the West. And Orlando's been very difficult for us all year long.
Bench outscored them 69-32. I think all 5 of your subs, you're in double figures. Just especially Ben coming off of illness, Ben Shepard coming off of illness, Ben Mathurin dealing with the foot soreness and coming in and doing what he did. Just how impressive was just everything you got from those 5 guys that second unit tonight?
We needed it. The bench was great. Obi and Shep are our 2 best runners. They're 2 best runners and ball movers, and that's why they went in the game first. We needed speed. We needed guys getting to the corners and then making the right movements and reads from there. And both those guys did a great job. It allowed us to give Pascal 2 rests per half. And I love the way he worked his way into the game. It wasn't happening for him offensively right away, but he stayed patient. In the second half, he had high impact. And so, we're still somewhat into discovery mode with this team, because we have some new pieces and we have some new geometry. But tonight's a positive step. We got to keep studying it, and everybody's got to keep, giving and keep sacrificing, for the team. And tonight was a good example of how important it is to give.
So when we're Aaron obviously gets the primary assignment on Luka, I guess when you see it up close, you could see just how difficult it is and how little.
Yeah, it's impossible. It's impossible to guard Luka. I mean, the guy gets any shot he wants, any time he wants, and what do you have? 7 assists for dunks or something like that. I mean, he's a great player who's rewriting history. With what he's doing, and so, the important thing is you've got to read the game and not look at his stats. If you look at his stats, you can go crazy trying to figure out how to stop him, and you got to try to look at what the score of the game is, and so, but it's difficult because he just came down and he got the ball in the basket about 10 straight times to start the game, and just wrong-footed shots and step back threes and like everything you can dream of, So, but he's great. Irving's great, But our guys try to make it hard on him.
What sort of input did you receive during the game from Tony Romo?
Well, Romo and I go back a ways,
Right.
so he's a good friend and a guy and a person that I have great respect for. So I've gotten to know him well over the years, and I just think he's a very special person. He was a great player for the Cowboys, and he was a great player for us when he suited up one night in 2017.
Wasn't offering any tips from there, was he?
Rick, you alluded to your team.
This is the last one.
I didn't even.
Go ahead.
You alluded to it a little bit, but when you talk about your team's ability to keep the crowd out of the game, what did you like about their ability to stay composed when the Mavs didn't make it on the game?
Well, 2 nights ago in San Antonio, we missed shots, and our attention to detail defensively was not good enough. Tonight, our attention to detail was better, and the ball was going in for us. We moved it better, but when you pay attention to the details and really concentrate on the little things, the basketball gods, they shine down on you a little bit, So we gotta keep going. 19, 20 games left, whatever it is, they're all meaningful, and we need to get out of here.